This is 7:20. Oh my gosh. Oh, nice. Yay, we got it working. It's on. It's working. Oh, what's this? Oh, I don't know what that is. Cool. Okay. Just wait for people to come in. In the meantime, I can figure out this is. There we go. Okay. Make sure chat is up. Oh, hi guys. Hi goddess. Dude. I swear, like I give you a hi Dom, how's it going? How's the beautiful? It's going good. It's going good. Running a little bit late tonight. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, I'm in a new setup. This is the computer room. So, the topic of discussion. Oh gosh. Well, it's whatever you guys want to talk about. Good to know, goddess. Yeah. I don't know if what I'm streaming in. It's 7:20. Maybe I have to look here. What is this? Yeah, it's 7:20. Okay. So, how's everybody? How you guys doing? Let me mess with some stuff. Anime joke. What? What? What guy? Is this not? Slow to warm. Doing good but exhausted. Yeah. It's a Monday. It's Monday, guys. I'm going to try to figure out my computer with the help of all of you. I found out I may have something wrong with your liver. Oh dear. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Dom. Oh, that's one that you're gonna need, you know. But yeah, hopefully, you know, it's not anything too scary. Because aren't there several tests that they have to do to because well, I don't know anything. Don't listen to me. I am not a doctor, obviously. I am not a doctor. So what are you guys up to? I have this computer that I've had for a while that I don't know how to work. So I don't know if you guys can see that. It's a really pretty computer. You know, about being pretty. It's supposed to, you know, last a long time. Cause you know, my laptop is, she's a good old girl, but she's going on 10 years old. You have Vans. Oh no, okay. Well, I'm hoping that they are, you know, nothing too serious, or because I know like sometimes it's, at least the person that I knew that had those kind of issues, that it ended up being kidneys too. or like I think just the kidneys. So yeah, yeah, because that gets scary. That stuff gets really scary really quickly. Um, but yeah, like we'll be thinking about you, and keep us updated. Um, yeah, it sucks getting older. It sucks getting older, guys. Not that I'm that old, but it's just it's just not fun. Um, so I have no idea what I put on this computer. Um, and I honestly will have to ask ChatGPT everything. Yeah. But yeah. Did you guys catch Erica's did you catch Erica's video or Christina's? Weird. Cause I'm not gonna figure this out anytime soon, guys. Oh, okay. Argantha S. Okay. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. Um, you know, Christina always makes excellent points. Um, Erica too, like she was like, we need all hands on deck, full court press, all of that kind of stuff. And I was like, there's a part of me that I reached out and I was like, yeah, if you need any infographics or anything, um, for like a presentation or just like your videos, I'd be happy to help with that. But yeah, I guess I'm just kind of like, I just don't really feel safe in the community anymore, you know what I mean? Hi, Icarus. Hi. Um, yeah, good to see you. Um, so yeah, it just like you have to be really careful with Delphi because if you start talking about like drama, or um, where people are moving, even if you notice they're just patterns and people can like bring it back to it being about themselves, then it becomes like, you know how it gets. It's Delphi, so yeah. Um, and honestly, like I just can't. I can't go through that again. Hey Matt, how's it going? How you doing? Um, yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't really know what else I could contribute or add to Richard Allen's cause other than, like, endorsing the messages like Erica, Christina, and helping get out there, what they're talking about. But yeah, I just don't want to have to good, I'm glad. Go through all the, like harassment again. Cause even like last year around this time was when the harassment started up big time. Basically like what had happened was like Uni Party became more of like a real concept because like a lot of people on either side knew each other and interacted with each other, and they were like, like you can't say that they were collaborating or coordinating. I mean, I guess some things you could um some things you could, but it wasn't like, for sure. So talking about Uniparty really got me harassed. Defending Kathy Allen really got me harassed. And I know a lot of people get harassed on the case, and that doesn't make it okay. And so I'm not saying that like I'm the only one that got harassed, but um, there is like this like guilt of should I try to come back, and like what would I add? What would I reasonably add to, you know, Delphi that hasn't been talked about? And I don't know. I don't know. So, but yeah, like the Uniparty stuff, let me pull it up. I'll try not to talk about this on this channel, but see if I can find it. Yeah. So let me share screen. I don't know why like I can never remember how to do this stuff. Let me see if that's working. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's working. Let me see if I can. No, that didn't work. No, okay, so that did work. Hold on 1 second. Let me power this thing down. Oh, it's updating. All right. Do it. You gotta do. Hi, Marigold. Hi. How's it going? Don't mind the computer. He'll figure it out. Okay, let me see if I can do this again. Share screen, share screen. Oh yeah, I have to have another tab open. Mm-hmm. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. But basically, this was 11 months ago. So I think it was early April that I wrote this. But yeah, this is basically what started all the harassment. So the biggest voices in this case on both sides aren't opposing forces, but two heads of the same serpent. The disinformation drama, leaks, and manufactured faction wars all serve a specific agenda. The people shaping this case aren't random voices, they're part of a much larger network where everyone knows each other on a first name basis. I think they've all been in the same Discord, so. And that's not necessarily like that suspicious either. It's just how they show up in the case. But so these actors, whether plants, shills, grifters, gatekeepers, chaos agents, criminals, sleuthers, curious minds, etc., all share. I know, John, I will, but oh, that's good. Yeah, I will. There was a woman that went missing that was found deceased from one of the nearby reservations. I think she was found today or yesterday. So we can talk about that too. You're right, it's a real thing and it's happening a lot and it's scary. So, but let me finish this, okay? So they share a common goal to bury the truth. The bad actors on this case share a common goal of trying to bury the case. So why? For years, we've watched a crime scene become a stage. Planted online personas posing as sleuths, activists, or advocates have actively worked to mislead, dox, and derail. These strategic actors, some with ties to law enforcement, others with criminal backgrounds. Oh no, you're good. You're good, Don. I'm a squirrel, you know that, so it doesn't take much. Hi, Rebecca. Okay, so these strategic actors, some with ties to law enforcement, others with criminal backgrounds, many hiding behind avatars and usernames, collaborated to control narratives and suppress opposition. They weaponized smear campaigns, extortion, gang stalking, and all other methods of harassment to silence anyone asking the wrong questions. Their goal was never to solve the case, but to protect something rotten. And while they masquerade as pro-prosecution, pro-due process, or pro-family, these factions remain friendly and cordial with one another behind the scenes. They all share knowledge and have access to or ties with those in power, spanning organized crime, law enforcement, mainstream and social media, public and court officials, etc. So why? Much can be understood from what's left unsaid. The bad actors and their actions are never called out. The community has been played the fool for far too long in a prolonged, coordinated psychological operation, and it's time to take a closer look and ask the hard questions. So that was Uni Party. That was basically putting a target on my back. And it'll be coming up on the 1-year anniversary. And basically, like, I did, for lack of a better word, fuck up by creating drama. Let me exit out of this. How do I close that? Oh yeah, I have to do that. Okay. So can I shut you down now? Because like you're making a lot of noise, sir. I named this computer Magus. You are a noisy wizard, sir. Okay, good. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, I had my own drama with a dude. I don't want to go into it, but like I should have regulated myself better. And basically it spiraled to a point where I was getting harassed by, several female content creators who were, calling me all manner of things and whatnot. And it was really weird because nobody was like addressing the thing that I was talking about. It was just that I was, all the things that you call women when you hate women, even if you are a woman yourself. So, well, you guys are getting severe weather. Damn, just be careful, guys. Just be careful. I should check in on my parents too. Anyway, so, and then shortly thereafter, that post was the Kathy Allen post. And that was like, why are you guys pressuring her to like basically sign this contract, which would, not only give the people that wanted her to sign it full access to Discovery, right? All of Discovery, which, by that point, the public had seen that it wasn't being handled well too, because it was, kind of like a certain 43-second video was released. And then whether or not it was Discovery, whatever the case was, it looked very suspicious and like not done by the book. And, Rick Allen, his appeals were coming up. Like they had just started the appeals process. And so it was kind of not good to want to I would not have risked messing with his due process and his appeals by putting that out there, right? But it turns out that it was, it was tied to a website that was going to raise money for him, right? And then certain creators were tied to certain attorneys who were wanting Kathy Allen to sign the contract that would give them full access to Discovery, full access to her husband, Rick, and would make them independent or non-beholden to the appellate attorneys, Mark Lehman and Stacey Uliana. So I just asked, well, actually, let me read it because I can read it now. Let me find it. Well, if you guys could give the thumbs up, please like and subscribe if you weren't already. Look at how professional I am. I'm so professional. Let me see. There it is. Okay. So, define posts. Okay, so this was in early April too. So it says, this was the post right after the Uni Party post. Some thoughts on what's been happening behind the scenes. I want to speak honestly and carefully about something that's been weighing on me regarding the Delphi case, specifically the situation involving Kathy Allen, Richard Allen's wife. In April 2024, over $40,000 was raised by the public with the express purpose of funding expert witnesses for Richard Allen's defense. Many of us supported this effort, believing it would help level the playing field in a case that already raised serious concerns because it seemed like Gull was not going to allow funding for the defense to fund their own experts, which was just insane. But eventually she did, right? So that's not known at the time that I'm writing this. But anyway, so, but many of us supported this effort, believing it would help level the playing field in a case that already raised serious concerns. Now in April 2025, when I was writing that, I've learned that little, if any, of that money has been spent. The trial came and went, Richard was convicted, and those funds are still just sitting. If the funds are accessed at all, it should be through public channels and clear communication, right? From what I understand, a contract was drafted and presented to Kathy Allen by a well-known attorney in order to access these funds. Now, I have edited to amend that the contract would allow for fundraising. It was not necessarily funded by the 2024 funds, right? That's 32 some thousand of it is still available to Richard Allen for his retrial, assuming, knock on wood, but you have a better chance with direct appeals of getting that retrial, by the way. And so let's just, for the record, direct appeals in Indiana is somewhere between 10 and 20% success rate. PCR is about 8 to 9% success rate. The Davis-Hatton procedure, optimistically, is like 0.2% success rate. So the fact that the people that wanted to have access specifically to Richard Allen, to discovery, to not be beholden to the appellate attorneys, initially floated the Davis-Hatton procedure, which is optimistically, at best, a 0.2% success rate. And even then, it's so top secret in that state that you can't even figure out the real numbers, right? But it's like, what, 4 out of 2,000 go and are allowed to be heard. So what is the success rate based off of that? Anyway, all this to say, the people that wanted access to being, I don't know, with Richard Allen, I don't know what they wanted from him exactly, but those guys back around this time last year who were making my life hell and other people's lives hell for asking good questions, they originally floated the Davis-Hatton procedure, right? 0.2% success rate. Then they floated PCR, which was 8 to 9% success rate. And oh, look at that. Thank God Mark Lehman and Stacey Uliana have access now and are the appellate attorneys. Because that is, direct appeals is the best success rate. So I know that there can be attorneys and people that know the law better than me that can make a much better argument. But I mean, those are the numbers, all right? So anyway, all of this to say, there's $32,000 still floating around, right? Regardless of anybody's spreadsheets and how retarded I am, and I can't read a spreadsheet or whatever. Because, I mean, there was that whole thing, right? So besides that, those funds are still just sitting. And if the funds are accessed at all, it should be through public channels and clear communication because it came from the public. So the contract would allow for fundraising, right? So Kathy was advised not to sign the contract. She was advised by other attorneys not to sign the contract. Yes, by friends, but also by other attorneys, she was advised not to sign that contract. So, let's see. Yeah, she was advised not to sign the contract unless she could amend some of the terms, which was refused as the contract was already perfect. Now that has been denied, all right? And, I'm sure there are plenty of live streams you can go to hear the hemming and hawing of whatever was said, right? But then, it was a pressure campaign. Yeah, thank you, Matt. Thank you. The spreadsheet was incorrect. No matter how mad the creator poster gets or attempts. Oh, and I can show you what she said to me. and the way she spoke to me, and the way she spoke about Christina when she thought Christina was me, and then just what she said about Christina when she knew Christina was Christina. So some of these people get bent out of shape pretty easily. So, oh no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. So anyway, so some content creators and private investigators allegedly have already signed NDAs with this attorney before any agreement with Kathy was even made. Edited to amend, a creator told someone close to Kathy that they had signed an NDA related to investigative work. It is unknown if that investigative work would be done for the attorneys behind the contract. It's their insecurities. It was vicious, Dom. I mean, like, I have I've had to have, well, I'm not gonna rehash it all, right? But if we're looking at it objectively, it was unnecessary. It was beyond unnecessary. So anyway, so, and I understand what you're saying too. Like, I'm not saying anything against you, but I'm just making a point that there's really no reason to go to those lengths the way that they did. So anyway, so it is unknown if that investigative work would be done for the attorneys behind the contract, right? I remember to have to come protect you. I know. Thank you, Dom. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Yeah, and those one of those people is now like completely up in the whole business, is back and it's just open arms, one of those people. Yeah, if it is correct, why so mad? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Marigold. So, more disturbingly, other creators are now spreading the idea that anyone questioning this attorney, we all know who that is, right, is hurting Richard's defense. Let me say that again. More disturbingly, other creators are now spreading the idea that anyone questioning this attorney is hurting Richard's defense. And he's not even Richard's attorney. Okay? So keep in mind, this attorney is not an official member of Richard's defense. I should say Rick's defense. Meanwhile, Kathy has remained firm in her boundaries, supported by the original members of Richard's defense team, specifically the original private investigators. And while Kathy hasn't formally approved public discussion of this situation, many of us now have been approached by anonymous, well-meaning advocates who feel the situation needs sunlight, and sooner rather than later. To be clear, asking questions is not the same as causing harm. In fact, silence and blind trust in self-appointed gatekeepers could do far more damage, right? True advocacy for Richard Allen and his chance at justice involves transparency in how public funds are being handled, right? Respecting Kathy's role and voice in all of this, right? Which was the last thing that was done. It was not even the bare minimum, And then accountability when contracts, NDAs, and social media theatrics threaten to overshadow real advocacy. And let's not confuse controlling the narrative with helping the case. Let's stand for support that uplifts, not replaces, the family in their time of need. And I got eviscerated, right? I got barraged on both sides, actually, which is quite convenient. So from the females who were Richard Allen is guilty, a lot of them, and then the people who were staunch supporters of Osbrook, right? And they did a lot to discredit me. They didn't they didn't answer any of my questions or try to placate me or help me understand where they were coming from. No, it was like that I was crazy, that I was like disrespectful. I like was hurting Rick's chances of a fair trial and stuff. And they just depended on all of us not knowing a lot of stuff. Like, does anybody really know like what direct appeals, how successful they are on a regular basis in any state? Because I don't. I mean, I'll look that shit up. And then I don't know, like PCR, what are the success rates of that? And this Davis-Hatton procedure that gets talked about and thrown around. Yeah. So, I mean, those are numbers. Those are numbers. And some people can't handle numbers. So, but yeah, so it'll be a year. It'll be a year in early April that all of that started. In particular, the Savage duo, which now, I mean, I have their full names and all their information too, just like they have mine and doxed it, but I have theirs in police reports, so, you know. And somebody like, managed to keep their channel just because I didn't want to go, "Hi, Lisa. Hi, how are you?" Just because I didn't feel like going to federal court for a copyright claim. So, same here, Matt. I think you and I think you go back to CJ for me. Because, hi, Lita. Hi, Carol. Yeah, so there's that. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know where my head's at. Because, like, I really like Erica. I really respect the work that she and Chris do. I really respect a lot of the work that gets done in the community on behalf of Richard Allen and on behalf of Abby and Libby. But I do not yet feel safe enough to come back to Delphi for the very reason of like asking reasonable questions and getting the level of hate that I got. And, you know, I feel safe with this community, right? With you guys that have shown up and have contacted me behind the scenes to say, "Hey, you okay? How you doing?" Like, I don't need a loyalty test from anyone. I'm not asking for a cult, but I will say that, like, it is very triggering to see my stalker and harasser show up in a place that used to feel safe to me, right? So it is what it is, right? And there's a whole story behind that. I remember Bill. I loved Bill. He was our Bill. And then I realized that our was really like a fiction, just such a flippin' fiction. There was no our. It was like a Truman Show, guys. It was literally like a Truman Show for like, there were a few of us that were Truman, right? And we were just being played. So, and like, at what point do people need to sextort other people to get information on something? Like, what's that about? Why does that need to happen? So anyway, I don't think Delphi is safe. I think it has become like a quagmire. I think, the PIs will do, just not an avatar anymore. That's good to know, Matt. I'm not very good at winking, but yeah, Yeah, sextortion. Yeah. Because, you know, the guy that I was with, I don't really feel like saying his name anymore, by the way. It's a little icky to me. Um, but and no shade, right? Because I mean, he literally, the last time I saw that guy, he said, "Let's agree not to drag each other." And I said, "Why? Why? What are you planning on? Like, are we breaking up or something?" And he was like, "No, no, no, no. Let's just plan to not drag each other." And I was like, "Why would I? Well, why would I plan to drag anyone? You know?" And and what would I drag you over? And he was like, "Oh, this, and this." And he's like, and I was like, "And what would you drag me over?" And he's like, "Oh, your witchy stuff." And I was like, "'Cause I practice fucking witchcraft?" Because I don't. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing with people, is that it's like, yeah. Uh, I do find all the winners dumb. I do. Look, I still really care about that person. So, but I've been working through a lot of this, and it was literally a threat for him to say, "Let's agree not to drag each other." And then I was like, "What would I drag you over?" And then I was like, "What would you drag me over?" Um, look, I'm an animist, okay? That's everything. Even this plastic water bottle has a bit of spirit in it, or essence of sorts. Everything has a little spark of something, right? And that's why everything needs to be treated with respect. That's how I go about my life. That's it. But the Catholic stuff in me, like, yes, you get interested in the occult because there's a lot of occult shit in Catholicism, right? And there's a lot of occult stuff that borrowed from Catholicism. And there's just a lot. There's a lot there, right? So I was brought up Catholic. There's a lot of pagan overlap in Catholicism. Like, let's be real. Um, but to say that you're going to drag me over my witchiness, no, 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 no. It's okay, Lisa. You didn't really miss anything. I'm just like, I'm preemptively venting because it was around this time last year that I started getting major attacked. And I feel guilty that I am not contributing to the all hands on deck like, Erica would like us to be with the full court press. I will be happy to make community posts, endorsing people's work or promoting it or whatever. Um, I know, but it's the Catholicness. Pagans put together the New Testament. Oh, maybe, yeah. Yeah, they did kind of Council of Nicaea. Yeah, they kind of did. Well, they were saying they were all Christian at that point, but anyway, so the point is that I don't even really know where that came from, but just kind of getting left out in the cold, um, at least for the past 6 months. Like, she did recommend boundaries. That's true. That's true. And, you know, I just, I was very happy. I was very happy not dealing with it, right? So, like, I don't expect a kumbaya with the community. Like, I don't expect that. Um, but I don't want to be a part of the community. Like, I don't trust the community. Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was. Yeah, he liked his mom a lot. Yeah, he was the mama's boy. A good mama's boy. Well, and I will say I'm a little irritated too because I realized that so and so is back on YouTube, just posting, but saying, hey, come join my TikTok, and preemptively blocking me, which is just really funny. Really, really funny. So, mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting too. So, I mean, like, I don't even know, guys. I don't even know. Because, like, I guess I could drag him by just telling all the stuff that he did and all the nasty names that he called me. So, but it's bad form. I've kept quiet this long, right? So, I guess I'm just irritated. And I don't know, I just kind of feel like talking about it, but damn Storm. Oh, poor kitties. Yeah. It's upsetting to see people show up that ghost you, you know. You've been irritated since February? Yeah. I think mine is a combination of Delphi and the trauma of the relationship too, right? Because, like, yeah, I had to get over that to start looking at the bigger stuff for the same reason. Okay, there we go. Yeah, and it's just I've been irritated since March. I've been irritated since forever. I came out of the womb irritated, but it's showing up, especially after, like, I finally have a post saying, like, guess what? I didn't deserve that cruelty. And then they come out around that same time showing back up saying, hey, check me out on TikTok. And then I'm blocked. So that's funny. It's just funny. Yeah. It is disgusting. All of it's disgusting. You know? All of it. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you. So, yeah, maybe someday I will go through everything. Especially that last email. Because, like, why are they coming back when I'm ready to move on? And then blocking me just to be extra spicy about it. It's funny. Oh, and then all the other women that I learned about that tried to, you know, sextort him. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. And then all the women that, are actually in those lines of business. So There's nothing wrong with it until you decide to disseminate somebody's nudes all over Discord. And it doesn't make it right for them to go and put your nudes on 4chan. But do you see how dysfunctional that is? Do you see how dysfunctional Delphi is? Okay. Sleep well, Dom. Did this? Oh, no, not to me. Not to me. Not to me, Dom. Not to me. No. I mean, there's some private stuff that he could leak if that's what he's going to threaten me with. Because we were in a relationship, even though, he treated it like it was a situationship. So, Dom, you'll know. Somebody will tell you. You'll know. You'll know. And yeah, I mean, like, part of it too was that he was very intelligent. Yeah, you'll know. Someone will tell you. But, and I guess, like, that is an avoidant thing, assuming that is, yeah. That's good, Carol. Well, you're watching me. But yeah, like, I don't want loyalty tests from my viewers, but I just don't feel safe knowing that they are interacting with my, the, the person, the person, Lisa, the person that, live streamed from my home. L 3-4 years later, still blasting comment sections. I know. I saw that. I did see that. It was just the audacity. It was just the audacity. Because I did put out a post that was saying I made a comment in a comment section on a video that was talking about people that ghost, avoidant behavior, where people are so afraid of getting close to another person that they just completely ghost. And usually it stems from childhood trauma, but thanks, Carol. I'm glad. But yeah, like, I do think that's crazy. Matt. Yeah. But that L person that you were talking about was the one that disseminated his nudes all over the place. And then he disseminated her nudes. That's Delphi. That's literally Delphi. People get doxxed. They have the police called on them. So, What did Rebby say? Sorry, guys. Life was so much easier when I was growing up. We didn't have the internet. No. Cell phones. Yep. Couldn't blackmail you so easy, right? You had to work for that blackmail. Oh, I need to laugh. But yeah, And maybe one day I will go into that story because it needs to be told. Not like the nitty gritty details, but just like the patterns. Always the patterns with these people. So, well, Lisa, since you asked, since you asked, oh, shake that Polaroid picture. Yeah. Well, since you asked, let me find it. Mm-hmm. That's smart. You're good. You're good. So yeah, too. That's good. It's fucked up everybody's life, Carol. It's not conducive to like happiness, At least not true crime communities. So let me do this. Let me do just so I can see that. Okay, so this was just the post that I made, I guess 3 weeks ago now. So I wanna let me, do I have to shrink it? Hold on, let me shrink it. Oh no, okay. Well, here, let me pull it up and I'll read it to you guys. So, hmm. So basically it said like being ghosted has been the most painful emotional experience I have yet endured in any romantic relationship. I survived a 17-year relationship with someone who was verbally and physically abusive. It's been 6 months since hearing from the ghost, and the best thing I could do was confront the pain. I avoided it for months by deluding myself that he would return. I analyzed every conversation, every situation, every interaction I could think of with them. I found myself explaining away their actions empathetically and giving them grace whenever I could. As I started to put myself back out there, I saw how some men treated me with genuine kindness, and it kind of broke open the floodgates of feelings. Why could someone I love so much do and say the cruel things he did? Why was I unable to accept that cruelty was harmful? The moment I allowed myself to truly accept that, one, what he did was cruel, and two, I truly didn't deserve that cruelty, was the moment the spell broke. I didn't need to hear or see him ever again. Not because I'm special or strong or anything exceptional, but because no one deserves cruelty. I'm going to be 39 at the end of the month. I hope anyone experiencing something similar finds this comment, or just finds sooner than later that you do not deserve the hell that ghost left you. It is a half-life and you deserve to live fully. So, And then I noticed that right after that, they came back after 3 months. Thank you, Marigold. Yeah. So now, this is what happens when you are an empathetic person. You can see the good in everyone. And then there's always this potential for them to get better, or for them. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Um, but like Amy G was talking about, like, you see the potential for people to be good. And at some point, you have to choose yourself. Lulu, you okay? So when I saw that he had come back and did all of those posts around the same time that I had put out my posts, and then he had preemptively blocked me, I was like, oh, okay, because it wasn't bad enough to just, ghost. And they're saying now that, like, the younger generations, like millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, that like a quarter of people are avoidant attachment, which is exactly what this is. Are you okay? You want to come up here? You want to come say hi? Well, come here. Your tummy bothering you? What's up? Come here. Here. Come on. You want to come say hi to the people? Oh my God. Okay. Lulu says hi. Lulu says hi. Ugh. Okay. So, yeah, like, just, they always have to have backup women because they're insecure. They always have to have, like, they don't like being seen truly. So the minute that you get too close to them, then it's bye-bye. Lisa says hello. Lisa says hello. Don't eat the phone. Thank you. But yeah, so, yeah. So that is what it is, guys. I wasn't planning on coming and saying that. I was going to talk about how stupid dating is because it's pretty stupid. But that's like always what I talk about, is how stupid things are. I was just feeling guilty that like Erica had put out the all hands on deck, full court press. I am not in a stable enough spot to do that, unfortunately. So I think I will pass. And by stable, I just mean like I would prefer to just be happy, you know? So she did talk about boundaries. That's true. That's true. And she does know my situation. Like, I've sent her the police reports. At least I should just send you the police reports too at this point. So yeah, like so I'm not gonna like worry about it too much, but like I do really care about what happens to Rick, you know? And yeah, like if something was to happen with my husband of 35 so years, no freaking way, when I got married again, I'm going on a date, can take care of myself. Yeah, I can take care of myself too. I mean, like, in fact, I even like, like all of this, was stuff that I had saved up for so that he could have a space of his own, you know? Like, I don't know if I can turn this around, but like the loft bed, all that stuff. So, I mean, it's not super fancy, but I had plans. I had plans. And, ow, that hurts. Oh, baby. But yeah, so I don't know. My husband was obviously not somebody that I wanted to spend any more time with. So, and interestingly, that's what I got harassed at a lot. People are saying I was cheating on him. Yeah. So I don't think that many online true crime communities are good. I don't. I think I think it devolves into groupthink. I think it devolves into cult. Um, yeah. Yeah, Lisa. So I think people get caught up on ego. They get caught up on, you know, having the most groundbreaking, up to date stuff. Yeah, blank slate. Yeah, I will. I will. Don't show your butt. So, but yeah, I think we all need to be careful. It is full of predators, that's for sure. I mean, I think sextortion is predation. I do. I really do. Um, I would say, like, if I had a son, um, I would be telling him, especially if he was getting to that age, I would be like, people are going to come at you in a suggestive manner sometimes, and don't believe it. Because, like, you know, PETA protectors too, yeah. No, for real. There really are, yeah. And that's why they throw it around so much. So that it's like not even a thing anymore. But yeah, like mm, if I had a son, I would be like, you know what? There's no way that this fully grown woman is into you. In the same way, like I was special as a kid, not because I was like knocked on my head or something. Maybe I was, I don't know. But I knew as a kid if a cute guy was talking to me because I was such a nerd that no, he's fucking with you. Like I didn't talk that way, but I knew as a nerdy little kid, even like 13, 14, 15, like I knew if the good-looking guy was talking to me, he was fucking with me. So I was gonna be fucking back with it. Not like, I was gonna be snippety snappity back at him, because I don't know if kids are just not as aware or if they're just like if they have like a higher opinion of themselves. Like I went to a small school and I knew I was like a pretty weird looking kid, you know? And luckily I turned out okay. Roughly turned out okay. Um, and you know, if the Anthony Shots kid had reached out to me, I would have been like, yeah, paranoia does come in handy online, that's for sure. But if that guy had reached out to me, I would have been like, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like this guy could have he could have like a 20-year-old. Like let's say he's saying he's 17. I would know even back then at like 13 that I would be like, no, he could have like a 20-year-old. So parents in their environment, if they can make some money off of you, they will. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And, like there's something going on with CPS. I don't know what it is. I mean, all I could find, because It's a New Day put out a really good thing on, what was it? It was Diener, Abigail Diener. You're still seeing the cupcake shit? It's so fucked up, dude. It's so fucked up. I'm gonna have to make I'm gonna have to put this live stream on the Unlight channel, but it might get more harassment there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, maybe I'll just unlist it. I don't know. But yeah, like there's something wrong with CPS because in late 2012, early 2013, Abigail Diener and Curtis Fouts team up and they start bringing CASA in. And I don't know when it fully gets implemented in Carroll County, but oh no, you're good. You're good, Lisa. Um, but that's when they start the process. Kathy Shane doesn't retire until 2016, supposedly, right? But she's a 40-year veteran. So she is that area's like 40-year veteran. She's seen a lot of it, right? She's seen a lot of it, right? So, you get Jalen Rain coming out and like telling her story in the videos in like, I think January through March of 2020. She's specifically talking about Judge Fouts. And then she says, oh, they had young girls. Young girls. Okay. Now that's not too far off with what was happening in Northern Kentucky with what was his name? Tim Nolan, Judge Tim Nolan, and his attorney Robert Poole. They were running a sex trafficking ring, and it was based off of sex workers who were addicted to drugs, right? Drugs have a big place in a lot of this too. But I mean, there's a perfect storm of a lot of things happening in that area, right? But we can't prove it. I can't anyway, but so I'm not gonna say it for sure. But yeah, I mean, like there's shit going on with CPS, okay? And then Kathy Shank is their secretary, and she's printing off the one of one lead, the cleared lead, in I think it's October 29th, 2019. She's printing that off, right? It's a cleared lead. It's a one of one print job for Richard Allen. Richard Allen Whiteman. I don't think they could correct the Whiteman thing there either. And then by the 21st of September 2022, they're rediscovering it, right? Which I think means like a plan fell through, but I don't know that. That's speculation, which is all that you can really do. Besides like the PIs who can actually do shit. But you have a very tight knit community, right? If there's a Lafayette Gentlemen's Club over yonder in Lafayette, and who's over in Lafayette? Was Vito based out of Lafayette? Because Holman was based out of there, right? You have a whole bunch of weird shit happening in Lafayette. You have that gentleman's club. You have like, you know, Abigail Diener. So weird. So weird. And you know what's so funny too? Like, so they basically had to find a guy that was so, it's not like Richard Allen was like mentally unstable, but he was delicate, you know? Um content creator work for, oh, well, I'm trying to think like what which content creator, Lisa, was it? Because Gray Media worked for Lafayette Police, but I think they worked for other organizations, including Fort Wayne's Media, um Gwen Fastani song, Ain't No Holla Back Girl. Don't remember, Lisa. I don't think she's been taken advantage of. Who, Shank or Abigail? Because Lisa, you're so much smarter than me. Like, I'm always like 10 steps behind. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Well, okay. The content creator that worked for, are you talking about Turbo? Were you talking about Turbo? I don't know if she worked for them. Were you talking about Charles? I don't know if he worked for them. I mean, Fig helped McClelland a lot, and so did True Crime Web. They did a lot of funny business, in my opinion. Used. I don't know. I don't know who she was talking about. It's being used working for Ellie this week, because she said two male creators got arrested too, right? I assume she was talking about, is it a she? I don't know, guys. Yes, it's a she. Well, Turbo worked very closely with Vito. Like, I don't know. But I don't know how closely Turbo worked with Vito, actually. I mean, she tipped a lot of stuff in to Vito. Content creator. Oh, not Spooky Sokoke, right? Not Sokoke, right? I mean, was it Sokoke? I don't know. God. I don't remember. Yes, it's a she. Amy? Because they want Amy and Andy to work with them. You know, I wouldn't have done Amy like that with the Reese Davis stuff. Okay. Amy and Andy, yeah. It's like being a spook. Well, remember in the documentary that came out last August that had Kathy Ellen in it, um, you know, Sokoke and Frank Meister said that they had been working with the police, which was kind of crazy because it's like being a spook. Probably. I don't know. You always bring up good points. Well, the okay. So there you go. Okay, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Because Andy worked for the Atlantic, right? So it wouldn't have been Andy. So many things to think about now. And I'm not supposed to be on it. I'm not supposed to be thinking about it. Because it's just going to get crazy again. Yeah, it's just going to get crazy again. Why certain comments you can't delete? What do you mean? What do you mean, Lita? I don't know. Well, there's a lot of law enforcement in it. I mean, like, let's be real. Like, there's a lot of law enforcement, right? And Nate McClelland's gonna be in so much trouble. I mean, like, oh yeah, okay. Some you can, some you can't. It's been blocking, like, somebody said booties, like little booties that you wear for like doggies or like babies. And it was like, do you want to allow this to be seen? I was like, or like, because mean people are mean, yeah. But yeah, it just automatically does that. Like Dom said Heidi Ho the other day, like Heidi Ho, and it flagged it because of Ho, I think. So I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I thought it was a really great point what Christina was bringing up about um how they were like always going back to like the cars and stuff. If you guys haven't seen it, that video, you should go watch it. But it was funny. It was like they were always like going back to the cars that were like, oh, the tail lights and the this and the that, and it wasn't like, maybe you should focus on the fact that he was treated like a fucking animal, like a prisoner of war, you know? Yeah. I think it makes perfect sense. The people that have posited that, oh yeah, I don't think they really thought it was going to go to trial. And then they're like, just in case, we'll have a crazy judge, just in case. Yeah, it's a great video. And just in case, we'll have perhaps a not so fantastic lawyer. I don't know that necessarily about Andy Baldwin, but I mean, there have been some things said. Not that he was maliciously bad, but that he was somewhat of a person that, I don't know. I don't even know. That he wasn't fully capable, something like that. So I think I think I think I think Erica is right that I think it looks like the state the state representing Carroll County, the people that were elected to uphold the law in Carroll County, those guys look like they fucking embezzled $1 million, many millions of dollars. I don't know what it would be either without those pictures aren't any help. Well, not much help. Yeah. Well, and like if your goal is to get him out or to get him a new trial, focus on the constitutional violations, you know? Um I don't know why you would like as a lawyer, I don't know why you would be like hyper fixated on that kind of stuff. Especially when you don't have full discovery like mhm. Cuz like how many times I've been lucky I've gotten to talk with Erica and Christine one on one. And like, they flat out told me that like most of the stuff was available on Libby's phone. It wasn't deleted. Kelsey didn't go and delete those things. Um, or that like the timeline is actually pretty accurate. The movement of a lot of things is actually pretty accurate with what they have with like Libby's phone and stuff, which is very interesting to me because like my mind still can't fully believe it, but I mean, like, they've seen the evidence, you know? I mean, I don't think I'm saying anything that I always tell them, don't tell me anything that can't be said because I'll forget and not know. But, like, there have been times when they've just been like, no, that's not what happened. And they're not doing it because it's like, oh, I have the information and you don't. And I'm lording it. It's like, no, that's honestly like, I can't say much, but that's not at all what happened. Which is interesting because it's like, okay, well, I guess back to square one because, like, I think the last live stream I did on the Unlight channel, I was talking about just give us the flipping digital evidence. Like, let us see it and then let us make up our minds about it. But it's like, yeah, it's not that simple. Like, search warrants can, expire. There's a whole bunch of constitutional problems with some of those things. The geofencing's not as accurate. Sent a 151 at 151. Oh yeah, I'm completely hi Lowlight. Yes, Lita. Yes. And it's mostly me against him. So once you betray an Aries, we don't let it go. And it's for a pretty good reason. So but yeah, so um yeah, but if you want to ask me anything, I'm happy to go into it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I think there was like I think 14 videos and like 80 to 90 pictures on the phone. That's before extraction, which could have found more. Shows the count, but they may be off a bit. That's interesting. Well, too, Erica and Christine were not the people that were the head investigators. That was up to Hoffman. And Hoffman was like preoccupied with, I forget what it was. That's why, like, don't fucking tell me shit because I'm not going to remember. Oh, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah, that's going to be off a bit, actually, if we think about it. So, but yeah, there's like the stomach contents were banana pancakes. Accurate. It's really starting to look like it's exactly what Reese Davis said. Which, mind you, Amy did talk about a year before. And I think it was in bad taste to not give her that credit. So, but that's not, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Um, and mind you, I know he said more, but you didn't have to lead in the way you did. You could have actually, like, given some grace and some credit. But that's not how some people operate. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty fucking spicy tonight. But yeah, maybe I'll have to like let up on that. They could be nothing, but then again, the phone is evidence and should be public as long as they aren't compromised. I agree with that. I agree with that. I do think I can't remember exactly what was said, but it seemed like there were some things on there, and it seems like a lot of kids were doing it all over the place in that area. So yeah, but yeah, um, oh boy, the kids, yeah. There's so many things that it's like I can't do anything about. Like law enforcement would have to look into it, and like I think Kathy Shanks should be talked to. I think CPS people should be talked to. I think Fouch should be talked to. I think that whole angle should be talked to. Um, I would like to hear how Unified Command interacted with the FBI. FBI is like, are you going to go to Ron Logan's? You going to do it? 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 Eventually they have to go in and do it themselves, you know? It's just weird. And then how many people were, backing Keegan, trying to get information from him, or I don't necessarily know, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Like all those women going in there trying to get information from Keegan. That's weird. That's pretty weird. So, But yeah, like I think Erica and Christine will still have to be careful with what they say because, there's not been a retrial. Um, I'm really hoping there is one. If there isn't, then I'll feel like everything is corrupt. And, lots of dirtbag women around around the men in the case. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, and Lisa, like I showed you the reverse face search of a lot of the women. One of them, at least one that was given to me. You're having doubts? Doubts about what? What are you having doubts about? What do you mean low light? And did the same thing in the community, try and get information. What do you mean? Like sextortion? Because, I mean, that's their game. You doubt RA will get a new trial. And okay, yep. Yep, low light, yep. Delphi is sextortion. Yeah, it's literally a sextortion case. Like constant. So because I mean like so they've overused it, right? It only works up to a certain point. Because after a while, especially if you out yourself first, or if you don't have like a family or like a girlfriend or somebody that's gonna really hurt, like your job or something, like it can only go so far, right? But I think that's the whole mechanism behind whatever it is that's being covered up. And you know what's really sucky? And like, I hate being this cynical, but it's pretty fucking sucky and evil to use minors to sextort people. Because then what kind of shit individual are you, right? You're pretty shitty. And I wonder if that's not where CPS comes in. But who knows? I don't know. I don't know any of that. I can only speculate. But yeah, all the men get sextorted pretty much. And they overdid the woman thing, like as soon as now there were people that actually were pretty brutal, like somebody that leaked nudes on 4chan, somebody that went to their apartment and drove around it, and somebody that sent handgun pictures to their baby daddy. I mean, that's excessive. Yeah, that's bad. That's still really bad, actually. So two things can be right at the same time. But don't start none, won't be none. Don't go in trying to get, compromising photos, information, whatever it is, to leverage over another human being. Just don't do it. But for whatever reason, like if it's a clout thing, if it's like a ego thing, if it's like this is what's going to make my name in the true crime YouTube space, How's that working out for people? How they doing with that? Because Delphi imploded. And, you know, strategically, I would not have come out on the 9th anniversary and said, case solved. I would not have done that. And I do like Erica. I do like Christine. I think that was a strategically bad move. And then to not give credit to the person that interviewed him first. And not because I like that person, because that person has been pretty shitty to me too. And like endorsed people that were pretty shitty to me. Not that it really fucking matters, but at the end of the day, like, can we give people credit where it's due? You know? Can we have facts and be okay with fucking facts? Like, HCC doxed me, literally made physical threats, like with words, said, I'm going to come get you. You better fucking hide, kind of thing. Like, literally sexually degraded me all over the fucking place, right? Talked about how stupid and retarded and psychotic I was and all this stuff, right? He was still right about the mydeathspace.com thing, right? Because that's a fact. That's a fucking fact. And yeah, like, I hope to God I never have to see him in person, but yeah. So I'm just saying that there are fucking facts. And you should have played your cards closer to your chest. You don't give away that position, right? You go to law enforcement with that. And that's the difference between integrity, doing the right thing for the case, and trying to get clicks. So, and that's how I feel about it. And they can feel whatever kind of way they want about it, because it's over and done with. But I think Erica and Christine excel at being PIs, private investigators. I think Erica excels at being a journalist. I don't think the YouTube space is the right place to be coming out with stuff that could give away your position. They could give away the advantage that you have. And yeah, I'm glad that she withheld some stuff too, right? But it was bad form to come out on the 9th anniversary, in my opinion. So that's just my opinion. Because it gave people the opportunity to come out and attack viciously, and then you have to deal with that, and you can't deal with things that actually matter. So yeah, I still kind of do, low light. I still kind of do. I mean, if we're being real. But I mean, I don't know if that was like just getting off on the wrong foot or what, but I'm not going to trust a lot of people easily. Please do what? What? Go into it? Go into why? Well, you did the thing about the sex magic. Okay. Well, you said the thing like when he was singing the song and jacking off, it was like sex magic. That was weird. That was weird when you said, you like were looking at my name, Adrian, last name, and then you found somebody in North Carolina and you're like, oh, so you're a sex therapist or whatever, when we talked on the phone, right? I gave you the recording that I had of someone, and I like shouldn't have done that actually. And then what else? I can say it did draw out the crazy. What? Yeah. So, I mean, all of those things kind of left me with a little bit of hesitation. And then you would come in and you would like get hyper fixated on something that had nothing to do with what the live stream was. So, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, the 9th anniversary announcement. Yeah. Hey, Pertinent. No, you're good. I'm just raving and ranting like a fucking lunatic. But yeah, like I don't have anything necessarily personally against you. I have just low light. I have just learned to be on guard with everyone now. But yeah, I did think like, especially when you came into Christina's chat and you started bringing up something that really had nothing to do with what she was talking about, that was really frustrating because it was like, okay, read the room and then, you know, but maybe you just caught me at the wrong moment. But I mean, I have good reason. Like I know too that you were like friendly with the other people who were basically harassing me. Like basically HCC defends Angela no matter what. And so I was getting attacked because I was asking why Angela was lying about knowing Dawn. And Dawn was the one that was putting out RA's initials. And then she was saying, and maybe she was lying, maybe she was telling the truth, but she was saying when she put out his initials in January of 2020 that she did mean RA to be Richard Allen. Okay. So if you have that kind of information, um, that is his doppelganger. That's funny. There are people that are doppelgangers. It's crazy. Everybody has like a couple in the universe or in the world. It's weird. What were we talking about? We were talking about, oh shit. What were we talking about, guys? Yeah. It was crazy. I mean, I would not have done that. That was not a smart move in my opinion. So, and it detracted from something meaningful, you know, but whatever. It's over and done with. But I mean, let's be real. As soon as you start engaging with my stalker and harasser, like while I'm having to go to the police to write up that report because they are actively stalking and harassing me, and you know that they are doing that, but you're still talking with that stalker and harasser, on top of taking my near swatting attempt and making it your own. And you're telling me in the meantime, while I'm afraid for my family, to get over it, and that I hyperfixate on shit while they are actively harassing me to a point where I am writing a police report. Yeah. And then are we supposed to welcome the stalker into chats? So that's my issue, if you want to know. And all the time and energy and help and regulation every time something crazy happened, being like, okay, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. No, no. I'm sick of it. The validation, the like, sometimes the talking points, word for fucking word. All of that was forgivable because you know what? It was going to a good cause. But guess what? You invite the stalker into that space and it's no longer safe for me. So I was chopped liver the entire time. It's par for the course with Delphi, right? Nobody is fucking trustworthy. So that's where that rage comes from. Yeah, Lisa's absolutely right. Lisa, you stuck up for me. So thank you. And the people that reached out to me behind the scenes, thank you. Because those are the only people I feel fucking safe with. You know? And I know everybody's like, then why are you on the internet? Why are you on the internet? Because there should be a place where people get to come and have opinions and voice them. And I guess like that does entitle you to harass me, but whatever. So and the fact that this person is now back in the community. I mean, you know, I gave Erica the police report and she was like, you know, this warrants a restraining order. But it's like, will that escalate it? I don't know. And I really don't want this to be my life anymore. Yeah. Hi. Hi, you want to come say hi? Well, come say hi. They're all here. Loopy, come here. Come here. Anyway, Loopy says hi. So yeah, maybe Lole, maybe you caught me at a bad time. Because I also have to deal with the bullshit of yeah, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Because like, yeah, too many people have shown me who they are, unfortunately, you know? So, like, I know it feels like fun and games, and like there's this addiction to getting any sort of information possible. Like, so you're gonna go to every content creator and watch everything that everybody puts out. But you know, this was my life. Like, this was my family. So, okay, that's good. I'm glad you didn't because that was my fear. And I do appreciate that. And I honestly, like, I don't know what to think about you, Lilite. I don't think you're a bad person. I just, I don't know what to believe anymore. Because, like, before the most recent betrayal, there were so many other betrayals. No, it's okay. I was also hanging around like a very paranoid person too, who ended up having like, well, I think anybody gets paranoid on this case. That's the thing. Like anybody could get paranoid on the case because like okay, so let's have some empathy. But this guy, the guy that I was with, that you all know who I'm talking about, right? He had a sex toy sent to his house for his birthday in August 2024, right? And then, you know, after I got like for a lack of a better word, gang raped in the Discord, that public Discord with, the people that did it. Then a couple days later, somebody sent out fake shit to my house. I mean, it was postmarked for a couple days after, but it didn't get there till like December 9th or something. So, I mean, like, and all of that because, um, you know, maybe the guy was doing some stuff behind the scenes. Like, he never would tell me. He was like, I have to keep that to myself. Well, I have to keep that to I can't tell you. I have to keep that to myself. Why? Why'd you have to keep it to yourself? You know? Are you starting shit? Like, what are you doing? I remember crying when he finally had to show me the handgun picture because he knew it was going to be posted on somebody's community post. And I remember crying because I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you fucking doing? Do you know that's like illegal? But, he was like, well, think about it. They didn't report it to the police. They've got to be up to illegal shit too. And yeah, I mean, like, that person, the L person, did start it by disseminating his nudes, right? But it just kept escalating and escalating and escalating. Who was going to back down first? Who was going to be, they were playing chicken. Who was going to back down first? And this is right as trial is starting for Richard Allen, by the way. Yeah, it's crazy. Loopy knows. Loopy, tell them. Loopy. Yeah. What do you think about Delphi? What do you think about it? Nothing? He's a smart cat. This cat's smart. So. I know to not discuss it publicly. Too late. They're in police reports too. Oh, you do update? I need to update too. I love my police department, but they are perceptive. Thank you, Pertinent. I love my police department, but the officer that I talked to, he's like, remind me what doxing is again? I'm like, I mean, I love him, but what are you going to do? But yeah, like, that's why I'm not in Delphi anymore. But, oh God, that last year was just insane. And it started up with, oh, hi, how'd you get up there? That was a clever kitty, Lulu. Lulu got up there. Oh, I can't. Say hi. Lulu, say hi. No? Okay. It's a bat kitty. It's a bat kitty. Kitty inside. So, anyway, yeah. Well, I feel better. I got to vent it out. That's the Aries. We usually start a fire. We feel better. But then everything else burns down. Business card of cybercrime definitions to give to the police departments. I need to. You know what? I need to. I should just, well, I have to redact a lot of it then, but I should just post the police report that I did. I don't think I can post PDFs, but I would have to redact a lot. Yeah, I am teaching. Loopy got hops. That's Lulu. That's Lulu Icarus. But yeah, I do need to give them a business. I should have included in the exhibits what was an example of each. I see, I didn't want to come across as condescending. Like, this here is harassment. Harassment. Like, it's just, yeah, you got to respect the police officers, Yeah, a Delphi Creator Starter Kit. Like, that would just be not coming on the case. Don't come on the case. Don't do it. But how many other true crime cases are like Delphi? Because, like, at what point? I mean, I guess you could say that there are unhinged people and that they're just going to be in unhinged spaces. So, that they can't make it down. She will. She'll figure out a way. If not, I'll get up there and help her. I had to help her down before from some other stuff. But yeah, I mean, Silky literally got fucking swatted, you know? There's so much disgustingness on this case. And it's the child predation. I just really can't. Shit, all of them seems like that the last few years. Yeah, it's just getting worse. And I feel like it's a place for, like, I can't say definitively that there are criminals among us, but I can say that, like, a lot of these people are really fucking invested for something that, like, is ruining everyone's lives, like, including their own, you know? So either you're I don't know. I can't. Lisa, I love you. Yeah. So I guess they won't feel so bad about not being all hands on deck and full court press. Because I just can't trust people. I can't. Especially the people that I was closest to. Those people really suck. You guys suck balls. And I mean that in a very, like, constructive manner. You suck big, dirty balls. Yeah. Suck it. Yeah. Oh, I could go so medieval on people, dude. Like, I feel like Game of Thrones was written for me. But yeah, I mean, people have already recorded this probably, so they can clip it even if I take it down. But I might. It depends on what you want to talk about, low light, because, like, I feel like it might not even be useful. The last quarter of 2025, yeah. You guys probably, he knows how to, so it's an automatic cat feeder. Loopy, stop. He knows how to jump on it to get it to go. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I think it was like the blackout, right? Because even though not many people watched it, I think the misogyny presentation pretty much, like, showed all of these people to be pretty nasty people, and that they really had no business being advocates for anyone. So I think that was part of it. And it wasn't even me that really did it. They were the ones that were, like, bringing it up, like, don't go out and call someone like me a cunt, like, playfully even, and then have to do a blackout because of it, or tell people to go to the hospital, that they need to shut up and go to the hospital because they, like someone like me or a hypothetical person could take them being called cunt in a like feisty cute way and like make it into something bad. Well, no, they meant it in a bad way. So I mean, it's all in the misogyny presentation on the Enlight channel. It's boring, it's long, I know, but it's like it's it's well documented. Like I can at least show you what people are willing to do and say, the lengths they're willing to go, um, to hurt you because you're saying stuff they don't like, you know? You're first of all, you're asking questions, then you're getting pushback, right? And then they're saying they're accusing you of harassing them. Discordian speak, yep. Yep. It's very Discordian. Everything is an inversion and an inside joke with these people. And guess what that is? That's very reminiscent of 764, right? I can't say that they're anything close to that, but I can say that that's very similar to what those kind of groups do online because it's all an inside joke. Everything's a fucking inside joke. The inversion, the 312 instead of the 213, like being cutesy like that. The Alan Rickman, but Alan Prickman instead of like Rick Allen. So cute, you know? Like all those references to fish and cupcakes and lollipops and sweets and all that bullshit. Like, it's just disgusting. It's really disgusting, but it's like a fucking fun joke for them all. Oh, ha ha ha, no one will ever know what we're talking about. And we have plausible deniability, you know? Yeah, within certain bounds. Yeah. And I felt like that's what we were trying to say the entire time, of like you're only allowed to talk about it within the state's reference. As soon and you'll notice that even the people that advocate for Rick Allen only go based on the state, or like taillights, or like the car matching or whatever, like evidence that they can hyper focus on so that they're taking away from the more important issue, right? So how the C word origin is Old Norse. Oh, that's, yeah. Is it? Cunt? I mean, the vulva was the, you know, priestess lady that did her shit naked, you know? Um, and like any man that did that kind of work was considered like really, really bad. Loopy, come here. Come here. Come on. Oh, let me go give him some snacks. He's, oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm gonna go give him some snacks real quick, guys. Hold on. I'll be back. I have more to comment about. Oh, hi. Yeah. Okay. Well. I can't jump on the fucking thing. You're gonna break the mattress. Yeah. I don't know. Mm. Mm. Blanky. Just in case. Oh, it's gonna cool down soon, guys. It's gonna cool down. Yeah. Oh, thank you, guys. I can pull that up, actually. Hold on. So, yeah, does anybody else want to kvetch about anything? Let's get it out. Let's get it out so it doesn't kill us. Let me find it. Yeah, this should go on the Enlight channel, but it'll just piss people off. So I'll have to be careful. Yeah, how does one... No worries. Thank you. You guys don't have to do that stuff. Thank you, though. Yeah, so... Yeah. That is why I will not be doing a full court press. But I will be doing what I can, when I can. That does not involve having to be out and about. So... That was another thing, too, that really bothered me, was that, like, don't get so full of yourself, you know? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hey, Marcus! Good to see you. They're so well versed. Okay. Yeah. I just don't think that true crime, I think it's a great place for criminals to sneak in. I do. Like, I think people are going to be monitoring the case. Like the way that serial killers would monitor what the police were doing in any way that they could. And they had every, newspaper clipping that was ever whatever. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. The DNA, all of it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like, it's going to be the new way of the world. And it's kind of like a clout thing too. It's like when I was doing the online radicalization series, like there are literally groups that are like doing it for clout. They're doing it for like who can be the most crazy, weird, giant weirdos, you know? Hairdressers are sus. They are. They are. There were people at the crystal shop that would come in that were really like they would burn their fingernail clippings, and I was like, how many people have you pissed off that are magically inclined? So have you ever smelled burnt hair too? It's not fun. It's not a good smell, but it's like they're probably doing that too. Like, oh, let me bring my dustpan so I can make sure that my enemies don't get any of my stuff for whatever reason. All of that. But Loopy! Dude, I just gave him a ton of snacks. He's like so... Yeah, no burning hair. It stinks. That's true. Don't have fingerprints. Just a heads up. Interesting. Yeah. I know. Well, I've heard of people burning off their fingerprints with acid and stuff. We'll see. We'll see what they get up to. Now is about the time I start picking fights. But classic combo. Well, I was talking about the true crime community, and luckily you aren't well versed in it. And I should have been talking about it on my other channel, but I was worried that I needed to be doing more, but I don't want to do more because I've gotten so much harassment. So, not really feeling up to it. And I've been so much happier, all things considered, even with weird people reappearing after ghosting for 6 months. They always grow back. Oh, that's okay. That's good to know too. That's good to know too. So, yeah, usually I'm a peach to be around. I'm a lovely individual. I normally am, but not with this kind of shit. So, but yeah, these people all expose themselves, so you just take what they do to you and you put it back out there. And it's like, yeah, see, I didn't really have to do anything. You guys did that all by yourself. Because guess what? People have eyes. They care about how other people are treated, you know? Like, that's why my audience, the people that I trust, like, they see me and they, reaffirm my existence, and that they validate that, like, this bad shit is happening. And that's sometimes all you need to, like, have your life saved. Oh, oh, you use koala paws? They have fingerprints and it really confuses the law? That's adorable. Oh my gosh. That's really cute. Koalas are really cute. Oh my god. Oh, usually when I'm in a bad mood, I just watch funny goat videos. Like, if you scare a goat, they, like, their whole body freezes up, and then they fall over. It's really cute. I mean, I feel bad for them, but it's also really cute and funny. So, yes. But does anybody else have anything they want to say? Small hands, so can be sus. Yeah, that's true. This is Hobbit. Frodo has been out and about. But yeah, does anybody have anything that they want to say or want me to talk about, or if I know anything about? Because I'm in a no fucks given mood. Like, no fucks given, you know? Like, actually don't come back around 6 months after the fact, post your TikTok, and then have me preemptively blocked. You know? Because that says something more about you. What are you so afraid of? And that is meant for the person that knows who it's meant for. The weird goats, too. Yeah, they're funny as fuck. I love goats. I love goats. But, oh, and that, like, oh, let's agree not to drag each other. Why are you coming back around? Maybe I will have to drag you. Maybe I will have to drag you. I had that email, oh, you have nothing to offer anyone, fuck off. I have that one. You did goat yoga? Kind of like matches my BS meter. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, pertinent. Like, unfortunately, I had to keep getting the beating in order to understand. And like what I just did now, not good. all of this can be used against me and will be if they have the energy left to do it. Like, I'm not going to be making content, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, just like, and so much betrayal from people that like were supposed to be like, I put the time and energy and did like work for them, you know? I cared about what happened to them, but no, couldn't be bothered. No reciprocation. Yeah, maybe it's time to talk about like all that, you know, who got sexted with whom and whatever. Yeah, maybe. So, yeah, the last month until tonight. What was DDP? Delphi. What's DDP? I don't know that one. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a good thing that though everybody should have those red flags. Marcus, yeah. Defense diaries. Okay. What were they talking? Oh, they were probably talking about the state's response. Yeah. Cheers. But Marcus, do you follow true crime at all? Put out a calendar. Probably need new pics though. What? Who put out it? Oh, they put out a calendar? I'll put out a calendar of my cats. And I'll like I'll draw them in fancy outfits. Although I do have, well, I don't know if I can, how would I do that? I have a Clutched Pearls Club um merch thing, but it's let me see if I can. I don't know if I can, unless I share the whole screen. Can I share the whole screen? I know it's easy with two monitors. Here, let me pull it up first. That might be the smarter thing to do. Hold on. Where is that desktop? Is it? Oh, if only Christina could see me now. Okay, okay, hopefully you guys can see this. Let me see, hold on. If only Christina could see me now. Okay, yeah, let me zoom in. Because, Osbert kept talking about, actually, this was Diana's idea, Dirty Diana. She was like, you should make a Clutched Pearls Club merch. Um, and I was like, you're a fucking genius. So, yeah, that's that's an ode to Osbrook. Way to inspire my artisticness. Actually, Dee Dee gets the credit. I like Dee Dee more, by far. In fact, I don't even like the other one. So, yeah. Okay, cool. Now I can stop sharing. How do I do that again? Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, there's gonna be a part two? Okay. Pearl necklace, yeah. Yeah, I like Andrea. Andrea. I like Andrea. And MA pretending to be state. Oh no. He's always there. I forget about that guy. I've seen enough. I'm like, don't focus on it much. That's good. It's late, sleepy. You're good. You're good, Matt. Yeah. It didn't seem too hopeful. They didn't think it. He didn't think that he wasn't hopeful for the appeals. Why? That's okay. Hi, Gretchen. Oh, thanks. So Burkhart did think that it would be successful, right? That's interesting that he wouldn't think it would be successful. That's weird. Not on direct appeal? Okay. I don't understand that. Hmm. Let me see. Let me see. But yeah, I think next step is, and not no more Delphi stuff, but definitely like talking about the relationship. Got to do some dragging. What's he gonna do? Block me? So funny. So fucking funny. Yeah, anybody else got anything they want to say? Keep saying something about waving, and the confessions will override unless they deep dive. But if you look at most cases, the defendant hardly ever wins on direct appeal. Well, Indiana has anywhere from a 10 to 20% success rate on direct appeal. And I think it differs by county. So, oh no. Well, are you okay, Marcus? That's crazy. Um, and I would say that I would think that Richard would have a more than adequate chance because I mean there was misconduct by the judge. I'm sure they can always find stuff that the lawyers didn't do perfectly. And then there was, there were physical, um, civil rights violations against him. Like, not just like on the exterior, you know, but what they put into his body, you know. So, yeah. So why the dipshit drove like that? Yeah, I'm glad you're okay, dude. That's crazy. I hope they had insurance. Few fractured ribs. Oh my god. I'm glad you're okay. And he talks, all I hear is Charlie Brown's teacher. Yeah. Yeah. What a crazy person. So crazy. Everybody's crazy. What a bunch of crazy people. Hmm. Yeah. What a bunch of fucking crazy people, dude. Oh boy, but next time I got some stories to tell you all. And I'll keep it just relationship stuff. This is going to be fun. Has lost their shit alright. Yeah. It's just the way of the world. I think we hit an alternate universe probably sometime in 2016. Something fractured, and we're in the alternate universe of where we were supposed to be. Like the Epstein stuff, all of that. Another relationship live. Yes. Yes. And I'll be good. I won't drag too much. I'll just tell the truth, which is not what he wants. Mm-hmm. HIPAA with Walla. And law in the books about protections. Slight shift in 2009. Okay. The Fifth Amendment HIPAA with Walla. Walla should not have a job. That's another person that needs to be looked into. Like, she actually needs to be looked into. Her and all of the people in that prison that had anything to do with Richard Allen's movements, what he was given, who put hands on him, even if it was just to like transport him or whatever. Anybody that came into contact with him, anybody who interacted with him, it needs to be like a full investigation. And I'm talking about like the other prisoners too. Um, that in of itself is a whole investigation that needs to happen. You know. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, and you know, it's been implied that she used her female nature too, is what I've heard through the grapevine, allegedly. Which is disgusting. Especially when somebody is that vulnerable in that position and you're being nice to them, especially when they have that kind of, what did Amy G call it? Was um like codependence, need to be like, yeah, Lisa's heard it. Okay, yeah, I'm not the only one hearing this. But the rumor is that she used her feminine wiles too, especially when he was like, you know, over, under medicated, whatever. Dependent personality, thank you. Came off like a friend. Destroying her notes, yeah. Bitch, you better destroy those fucking notes, cause like you're gonna be so, she's like that. Oh, she's gonna be in so much fucking trouble, dude. Ooh, she should be. Like that. Why would you destroy your notes? Like that's another thing that Christina's video did such a good job of. She was like, you know, whoever was, I think it was Andy Kopsa who was saying it, was like, or no, was it Amy? It was Amy. Why would you, like, any other time in the history of, like, not corrupt police departments, law enforcement agencies, losing 70 days would warrant getting your job gone. Like, you would be fucking fired. So, dependent personality, thank you, pertinent. Wallace's actions alone should have feds up in her drawers. Amen. She should not have a job right now. Like, there's just no way she should have a job. She violated his civil rights under therapeutic setting. Okay. Undercover state agent. Well, whatever she was doing, what was it specifically? It was talking about the van. She was talking about something specifically. Oh, yeah, that's true. It's a very Buddhist mentality. Yes. We think what we become. Hopefully that doesn't really happen, because they think some really crazy shit sometimes. So, her Google, Facebook, YouTube history should have already been gotten. Yeah. At least there's a record of her subscribing to, I think it was Defense Diaries, Gray Hughes, maybe Fig, I think Criminality. She was all up in that Delphi shit. I think she, Murder Sheet, right? Was she in their Facebook group? Simple analogy, yes. That's true. I always imagine creation coming in through song, though. I like what Tolkien did with that, but yeah. What a clusterfuck, guys. All of it. Your new word now is Adrian? That sucks for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, people seem to think I'm a fucking witch, that they could use it against me. But yeah, my name is actually, it can translate to the dark one. So like growing up and going to Catholic school, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rosemary's Baby, but the baby is named Adrian. So they're like, "You're the devil's baby." Oh. So then I just embraced it. It was like, not that I'm the devil's baby, but I can be the dark one. I can be misunderstood. Le Dent Blanc. Catholic school. Yeah, Catholic fucking school, dude. Oh, and then having a weird last name when everybody's German and Irish. It's fun. Courtside walk with her purple hair. Yeah, that was weird. And she had big ass eyes too. She was like, like, damn, you look scary. Outlander reference. La Dame Blanc. Oh, that was a good series. I hope that's still like on Netflix or something. Is that on Netflix where I watched that? I need to rewatch Bridgerton too. Cat Oleg, addicted to cats. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't tell you how many guys on dating apps are like, "How many cats do you have?" I'm like, "I have two." They're like, "I guess I can handle that." Like, bitch, you will handle that. Man, nobody wants to date me, so that's fine. I should get like 9 more cats. Crazy cat lady, yeah. Fucking right. Fucking right. deal with it. What are you going to do about it? Oh, I'm just up for a fight. Just up for a fight. Just want to fight. It's like in Bridget Jones's Diary when the gay friend runs in. He's like, "There's a fight," and embrace that shit. I will. Stars. That's fucking right. Yeah. Okay. More book to be released. Okay. Thank you, Pertinent. I love that show. Oh, thanks, Marcus. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, we'll embrace the craziness. Everybody else is doing it. Just want to be like the cool kids, guys. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really even give a shit about that person anymore. I guess I was just triggered because it was like, bitch, you like a coward. Ghosted for 6 fucking months. The only thing you could be bothered to say to me was that I have nothing to offer and to fuck off, or I have nothing to offer anyone, fuck off, right? Let's get it right. And then you show back up as soon as I put out a post, and then you say, "Oh, come join my TikTok." And you have me blocked. And like, how do you even know that I'm on TikTok? Like, how did you even fucking know? So maybe I will do an expose. It won't be that bad. It'll just be every mean thing that you ever said to me. Oh, to get evidence together. Claire is a healer. I do believe that. AI judicial system. Remember when they did Westworld and how the first season was pretty good, and then everything just got really weird, like Lost, but it was like a weird version of Lost. Remember how they screwed up like all the seasons after season 4 of Game of Thrones? That's why I don't watch series anymore, guys. Like, it just ruined, like, so many things have been ruined. Yeah, everybody gets lost watching Lost. Yeah. 90 minutes to get evidence together. That's crazy. Have you guys ever played Hunt a Killer? I did the Blair Witch one. That was fun. But it got spooky because I would do it late at night by myself. And I'm so glad I don't live in Maryland or wherever that took place. I'm so glad there's no haunted forest out here. There's just desert where you can die, you know? Get lost and die. You can glad it. As acceptable to the masses. They did. It was a thing. And now that's all that is on the corn websites. The corn websites where people go to make babies, but don't. Or they do. Anyway. All of that stuff is incest. It's pretty weird. Like, what's going on in the world? And then, like, this isn't even funny, but, like, I keep up with the Justice Served Daily lady, and she, like, Haunted Desert. Hunt a Killer, Lisa, you'd be so good at it. It's like a whodunit mystery that you have to solve weekly. They send you shit, and then you have to solve it. They give you like codes and shit. And like at first I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be hard. And it was. But it was actually like I could actually do it. It was like kind of interesting. So, but Justice Served Daily lady is always showing who the new arrest is for CSAM or worse kind of stuff. And the people are getting fucking younger. There's like the most recent guy that I saw was 21. 21. It's crazy. Hills have eyes. Yeah. If it's still around, Lisa, like, it was really fun. I got my mom one for Christmas one year. She was like, thanks. Thanks. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. The Blair Witch one was fun though, because it was scary. It was scary. That was such a good movie too. Um, hmm. Well, I think I got all the piss and vinegar out of me for now. Although vinegar chips sound really good. I could drive to the QT, but I could walk to the QT. Let's be for real. But yeah, thanks guys for putting up with me. I'm sorry. I'm usually not this angry. Yeah, I mean, I'm usually not this outwardly angry. I usually stuff it down pretty good. I don't know if I'll keep this up. I'm pretty lazy, so I'll probably like wait till I have more brain power tomorrow to think about it, and then I'll decide. But I'll probably leave it up for tonight. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. I wish I wasn't so petty sometimes, like especially with the relationship shit. It just feels like such a slight um after everything that I worked through. To get where I am, to feel like in a better place, and then to show back up, but to be like, here, let me exact some control and power over you. And it's like, bitch, I didn't even want to go to TikTok. I don't know how to work TikTok really. I only know how to like follow people that I think are in my contacts. I think it's accessing my contacts from my phone. So I only know how to follow those people really. And then people that I recognize based on the people following them. So can't do crazy bitches? Yeah, me either. Those crazy bitches. But yeah, like, and then just to, let's promise not to drag each other. Okay. I wasn't planning on dragging you. I'll probably get over my pettiness. Who on TikTok? Oh, the one that I would go live with sometimes. That would sometimes come over here. If you know what I mean. Like, I don't like saying his name anymore. Yeah, that one. Bloody magpie just shit on my fish tank. Why do you have a is there a magpie in your house? That's really cool, actually. And that's a very random sentence. That is just really funny. Yeah, that one. That one pertinent. Yeah, I just didn't see him for a really long time because he ghosted. So I didn't have the opportunity. And it's basically like grieving a death a little bit. And then he showed back up after I did a very vulnerable post. Um, yeah, magpies are cool. For food. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Marcus. But yeah, and then like I have been doing a lot of work to like get over it and then try to deal with um the really long relationship that I was in, and then to just get to reappear and then kind of be like, oh, here, come follow me over here, and then just, yeah, it's outside now. That's good. Yeah. So we'll see what I decide to do. I never know what I'm going to do until I do it. Sometimes I know what I'm going to do, but I have some stories that I can tell. It won't be pretty. Got a bit of live action down under. Aw. Yeah, you guys do have very diverse, cool animals down there. We have like deadly animals. But you guys have a lot of deadly animals too. Never a dull moment. That's right. That's right. So, yeah, ultimately, I don't think I'm really going to be doing too much with Delphi. I don't really know what else I could say. Like it should be being investigated by like people that are fucking serious about it. None of this wishy-washy bullshit. Like there should be somebody like the Inspector General's office or whatever the fuck, or the FBI, the DOJ, I don't know, just somebody that gives a shit, that has the ability to do something about it. Those are the people that should be doing something about it. And the rest of us, like, yeah, we can keep going over it for content, but it's like, it's not accomplishing anything new, you know? It's really not. Like, I don't really know what's going on. Like, I don't, what's the point, you know? But yeah, like, I feel like my space has been violated so much. And now to see, like, and right around, well, this was like, what, 3 weeks ago, but they posted right after my post, and to have it be around my birthday too, like it was just kind of like, oh, scorched earth, baby, scorched fucking earth. So thank you, Gretchen. Thank you. I feel like they're justified too. Light some shit on fire, and then like, you know finding out, oh, he did say all those things that he said he didn't say. Oh, he did tell people that I was emotionally unstable. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, well, I think that's a projection. Because I don't think he ever knew how to be stable or consistent. So we'll just have to see, won't we? I can read. Can read real good. So, yeah. Yeah, it's okay, Lisa. I'll try not to do anything too crazy. Maybe I'll just like throw something at a tree that doesn't deserve it. I like trees. Maybe I could stab a pillow. I don't know. Yeah, the same stuff over and over again. It's so boring. Like, yeah, there's some good ways. I mean, like, it's community, right? But at the end of the day, it's like you need to leave that for actual investigators, you know? It's because they're always questioning themselves. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of what was happening with him was projection. I think he's insecure. He can't get close to other people. He is always playing a persona and a part. Therefore, he's never truly been himself. He's never felt safe enough to be himself. He doesn't know who he is. And that's really sad, you know? Like, there should be empathy for that. And burn it, let it go. Yeah, I will. Is he gay or might be? No. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Everybody with their like different sexualities these days. I don't think so, but no, I think just avoidant. You know, and everybody has, their attachment styles come from being wounded in early childhood. Yeah, he should not be calling anyone unstable. I know. Yeah. Yeah. Girl. Oof. Yeah, that Aries in me is like, motherfucker, let's go to war. Like, let's do this. Let's burn it down. Um, but no, I mean, there's plenty of stuff that like just show him being chaotic. So it's like, there's no point. There's no point. Yeah. My birthday was the 27th, so hmm maybe I'll have some fun. I don't know. I'll have some fun. Tranny growing up meant gearbox. What's that? Oh, thank you. You're an Aries cusp? Are you Aries Taurus or are you Aries Pisces? That's interesting. I always feel bad for the Aries Taurus because like Earth tends to put out fire. But Aries Pisces, you're steamy. Oh, Taurus, okay. It's probably better that way with the grounding with the earth, put out some of that fire. Yeah, again, I'm not usually like this wound up, but I don't know, there were a lot of things that I couldn't say for a long time, you know. But and yeah, I have so many receipts. I would never want to just go through them though. That would be like forever. It would take forever. Uh, anyway, Virgo, Earth, yep. Yeah. Oh, just that the Earth of Taurus will kind of put out the fire of Aries a little bit. But it's probably for the better because Aries are like, I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, okay? But we are kind of like the number one retards of the zodiac. Like, we are the brain damaged. No offense, okay? Like, I'm calling myself that and other people that are Aries. We tend to be very like, we run headfirst into things and then wonder why we die young. So that's kind of an Aries trait. And we don't think too good because we've used our head too many times to butt other people in the face. So He said me and Cromley share the same birthday. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Is it because he has a new job, Cromley? I think that's the last time I heard from him too, is that he had a new job. Hello, the hangover? Yeah. No. That's cool. Aquarius Pisces cusp. Oh. Oh. That's pretty intense, Lisa. Okay. The intuition plus the humanitarianness. Yeah. You were gonna be like a force to be like Diana and I were like, Lisa's tiny, but she seems like she's a Valkyrie. You know, I was like, dude, I thought you were like Brunhilde. So yeah. Rising sign is Aries. Oh, I love it. I love it because so I told you how the original owners of the crystal shop, that gal was like, "You're not an Aries rising, girl. You're not an Aries. You are anything but an Aries rising to me." So like, Aries risings are like the most badass people on the planet. It's Cosmo. Yeah. Another young person gone way too soon. And she was a mom. That's okay, Pertinent. It's bullshit. It keeps us distracted. I mean, it's nice though. I like it. I like having useless information and then spouting it off. Yeah. Yeah, she needed to live. Yeah. It's for fun. It's for fun. So, but yeah, I probably have talked way too long. Probably said way too much shit. I wasn't drinking either. Like, I'm not on any substances. This is just naturally how I am. I think it's because my ADD medicine wore off. So that's why it's better to go in like the middle of the day. So almost a year. That pulls all the info up. Yeah. It's just fun. It's fun. Humans, our brains are built for patterns. So don't always live. They live and laugh. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And the other children. I just know the signs on the other stuff, rising, falling, or whatever. I have no clue. It's fine. It's fine. It's just fun to like notice patterns. And it does make me feel better about myself that I'm like a raging lunatic. And I apologize for saying retard. I apologize. Someone will clip it. It's fine. She had so many kids. It was the guy. It was that guy. One of the baby daddies, he was like making her sleep outside. And then, she had, some sort of, but yeah. Felt a gray heaviness in my spirit for a while. Yeah. It gets embedded in there. It's not an easy clean out either. Like, you almost have to, like, I don't know. I don't even know anymore. like I've found that walking helps me a lot. Any sort of instrument, music, or listening to music, listening to chanting or humming. Um, just trying to unsettle it, dislodge it, you know? Yeah, I'm sorry. Can be retarded and need to be aligned. It's a normal term. Okay, that's good. That's good. I mean, in French, it's like, you know, being slow. It's just a slowness, en retard, you know? But, yeah, I think getting out of the space is the best thing you can do. And I realized, like, this is not the space I should be talking about Delphi. Um, but it does feel safer for me here. And I'm not trying to bring other people down. And I do apologize for, you know, but I do think there is the silver lining of, you know, knowing what feels good and what doesn't. I think that's the most important thing. Like, I never fully understood like grounding until like my body started just telling me what it needed. Like, yeah, we have no gag order. Like, you know, there came a point with oh man, how did the house I know? Okay. Um, yeah, I hope you're okay, Gretchen. Um, I think noticing like what you feel is the best way to like go about things. And if you're not feeling good, if there's that gray heaviness that's coming back around and resettling, I think you have every right to get away from it. You know, do that one thing for your body. Like, you know, I'm going to do one kind thing for myself today, and that's not to like hurt myself again. Like, yeah, I think curiosity often like overrides a lot of this the discomfort, but I think too like it's like no, today is going to be a day for the body. Like, I'm going to let the body get what it wants. And that means we're not leaning into this. I can check it another time. I can check it another day. I don't need to worry about this right now, you know? So, hopefully not much longer. Okay, we're thinking of you, Gretchen. Um, but yeah, um, Sabrina Wallace explains the fatigue and tiredness very well. Who is Sabrina Wallace? Well, yeah, just stay safe. I know that there's been like bad weather. The weather's been all over the place, so out that way. Wow. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna hit the hay. One in the chat if I should leave this up. Please let me know. Because I can take it down. I can take it down and unlist it. But yeah, definitely. Good night, Marcus. Sweet cheeks. Oh dear. Okay. Good night. Yeah. So if no one's in the chat, then I will probably take it down. Or wait, yeah, they're just going to back our house up tomorrow. But goodness. Yeah. Do you need second dinner? Third dinner? Okay. We can do that. We can do third dinner. So good night, guys. I hope everybody, does well. And Gretchen, I hope you're in a good place sooner than later. Being hurt, saying stop bending for someone who breaks you. Yeah. Thank you, Matt. I know. I think I am through the worst of it. I just was like, I was just irritated that like they could come back and like still exert power over me after like I did so much to get through it. But I'm still through it. Like I'm still on the other side, stronger. I got through it. I'm not, they can't hurt me anymore. They're a ghost. They don't exist. So I'll be good. I'll be thinking about you guys. And I'll probably stream a couple more times this week. Just depends on how much stuff I get done. And I'll be in a better mood, I promise. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. And sorry again that I was like a little all over the place. But I'll go back and re-listen. If it's too egregious, I'll take it down. How about that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you love to hear those meows. Oh, that cat. He will eat us all under the table. All of us. No one will have food. Only him. But thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night.